Okay, let's dive in. So imagine this. You wake up, check the news, and boom, one of the biggest pop stars on the planet just dropped a whole new album.
Yeah, just like that.
Exactly what happened with Justin Bieber this past Friday, July 11th. The album's called Swag, his 7th studio album.
What a total surprise drop.
Right. And we've gathered recent articles from places like People, The Independent, Billboard, the BBC, to really unpack this whole thing. Our mission really is to pull out the key insights, the surprising bits, to figure out why Swag feels like such a big moment for Bieber. Not just musically, but personally, too.
And what's really striking, I think, is how the album itself, the sound, the lyrics, even the song titles, it all seems to directly map onto these huge shifts in his life recently. We're going to look at, family, faith, how he's dealing with being constantly in the spotlight. It's all woven into Swag. It gives you a much deeper picture of him now. It feels less like just music and more like a statement.
I definitely get that sense. So let's start with how it dropped. Because, wow, that was like a masterclass in doing an album release now.
Right. No long rollout.
None. Swag was a genuine surprise release on Friday, July 11th. The teasers. They only started the day before, Thursday the 10th. Felt very sudden.
And The Hollywood Reporter got the scoop first, apparently, which just added to the buzz.
Totally. And the marketing itself was pretty slick, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, the viral aspect. These billboards, just with Bieber and the word swag, they popped up in Iceland, LA, Times Square.
All at the same time.
Exactly. That kind of global sync-up creates instant chatter.
And then Bieber himself kind of sealed the deal with an Instagram reel. Looked like a track list on a massive screen. No ambiguity there.
Confirmed.
And for the fans, I mean, this was huge. It's his 7th studio album, yeah. But it's the first proper album since Justice back in 2021.
That's almost 4 years.
Nearly 4 years. So, the anticipation was definitely simmering away.
It really shows how artists can just bypass the old ways now, in the digital age. This kind of instant drop, using social media. It gets immediate impact. Let the music talk first.
Less pre-hype, more just, here it is.
All right.
So, okay, the music itself, Swag. It's 21 songs, runs just under an hour. And when you look at who's involved, the guests, the producers, it tells a story, doesn't it?
Definitely. You've got names like Gunna, Sexxy Red, Cobain. Pretty big in hip-hop right now. But then also artists like Lil B, Eddie Benjamin, maybe a bit more indie. And the producers, Daniel Caesar, Dijon, MK.G.
SCA's collaborator Carter Lang is on there too.
Yeah.
Plus Bieber himself, Daniel Chetrick, Eddie Benjamin again, HRV, DJ Tay James.
Yeah.
It's a stacked list.
It's a very eclectic crew, for sure. And that ties into what sources are saying behind the scenes.
Yeah, what is it saying?
Well, the descriptions that keep coming up are things like darker, more vulnerable, less polished than his older stuff. It's being called much deeper, even a genre shift, which suggests, maybe he's less focused on just the commercial pop sound and more on something raw, more personal. Kind of mature, really.
A real evolution. Though someone did point out, apparently, that even though it's darker, it's in no way depressing.
Right. Important clarification. And a press release actually said Swag was inspired by his devotion as a husband and father, that this fed into a deeper perspective, a more reflective sound, resulting in, quote, some of his most personal music yet.
It really sounds like it's mirroring where he's at. And the title, Swag. You got to think it links back to Boyfriend, right? That 2012 hit.
Oh, yeah. Swag, swag, swag on you. It's hard not to make that connection.
And the song titles themselves really hammer home these themes we're talking about, like All I Can Take, Standing on Business, Forgiveness, Daisies.
DADZ Love. That one stands out. Therapy Session, Zuma House, Yukon. There's a lot.
Devotion, Soulful, Butterflies, Walking Away, Glory, Voice Memo. I mean, it's a long list.
DADZ Love and Devotion, especially, given he just became a father, they really hit differently now.
And the religious side, too, right? Devotion, Soulful, Forgiveness, fits with his known Christian faith.
Definitely. And then a track like Daisies, the lyrics apparently go, falling petals, do you love me or not? And you said forever, babe, did you mean it or not?
Ooh.
Seems like a pretty direct nod to his relationship with Hailey, his wife. I feel like he's really putting it all out there, like an open book.
Which leads us right into the personal stuff behind it all.
Yeah.
Fatherhood is clearly massive here. His son, Jack Blues, who's, 10 months old now, born August 2024.
Most precious, he called him.
He's described as having shaped the heart of Swag. And the artwork, the main promo shot, is Bieber holding Jack up Other photos show Hailey holding Jack, too.
It's very central.
Yeah.
And that ties into the whole marital dedication theme, too. Hailey's presence feels strong, not just in the visuals, but in that idea of devotion.
And remember that Vogue quote from May? He said, "I've done a lot of dumb things, but the smartest thing I've ever done was marry Hailey."
Yeah, especially because that came out when there were all those tabloid rumors about them having trouble. So saying that and then this album, it feels like a very strong public declaration, reinforcing that commitment.
So where was all this music actually made? The reports mention jam sessions at his place in L.A.
Right, with guys like DJ Tay James, HRV, Carter Lang, his collaborators.
But also, he was apparently working up in Iceland back in May at this place called 11 Deplar Farm in Ólafsfjörður.
Oh yeah, I read that. They have a separate studio there. Rumor was he finished the album there.
And he had been teasing stuff, right?
Yeah.
Posting photos from the studio on social media.
So it sounds like a mix of like collaborative vibes at home and maybe some focused time away.
Kind of getting away from it all to finish it.
Seems like it. And that combination, the personal changes, the different creative spots, it really points to a shift, doesn't it? Maybe stepping away from the usual industry machine to let this more vulnerable sound come through naturally.
Speaking of vulnerable, we kind of have to touch on the public pressure he's always under.
Yeah.
Especially about his health.
Yeah, that's been a constant narrative.
Fans have been worried, photos where he looks really tired, dark circles. And of course, that brings up his past struggles with addiction. He was very open about that period.
He talked about starting his day with ecstasy and weed back then. Really intense stuff.
But it's really important, I think, to mention the official response to the recent concerns. Back in February, a spokesperson hit back hard.
They did. What was the quote?
"The recurring narrative that Justin is using hard drugs is absolutely not true." They were adamant he's in one of the best places of his life, and the exhaustion, the circles, just from working hard on the album.
Right. And that spokesperson also said the past year was transformative for him, that he'd ended several close friendships and business relationships that no longer served him.
Which is interesting. And this is all after his Ramsay Hunt syndrome diagnosis in 2022, remember? That caused facial paralysis, made him step back from performing for a while.
So health scares, public scrutiny, you can kind of hear how that might fuel some of the rawness on tracks like, say, Therapy Session. It adds a layer of realness.
And he's directly confronting the intrusion, too, that viral video from Father's Day.
Oh, yeah, where he confronts the photography.
Exactly, saying, "I'm a dad, I'm a husband, you're not getting it, it's not clocking to you, I'm standing on business." That phrase, standing on business, for him it clearly means setting boundaries, being serious about his family life.
And the craziest part? That exact audio clip?
It's on the album.
Yep. Sampled in 2 songs, Standing on Business itself and Butterflies. You can't get much more direct than sampling your own confrontation with the paparazzi.
Wow. Talk about turning life into art.
And it's interesting how all this personal stuff, the health issues, the boundary setting, it's happening alongside big professional changes, too.
Like splitting with Scooter Braun.
His manager, since he was, 13, found him on YouTube. That's a huge shift. And Braun himself has talked about feeling a lot of guilt about young artists he managed back then. Add some context, maybe.
Plus, he sold his song rights a while back, right?
Yeah.
For a reported $200 million.
Yeah. So all these moves together, it really looks like an artist taking the reins, controlling his own story, his career path.
So putting this all together, what does it mean for you listening? Hopefully this deep dive gives you a shortcut, a way to see that swag isn't just, another record. It's like a snapshot. Justin Bieber, evolving as an artist, sure, but also as a husband, now a dad. It feels marked by this real vulnerability, but also a pretty powerful personal statement.
And that genre shift we talked about, that deep dive into the personal, it really could signal where he's headed next, artistically, a place where the art and the life are just like completely intertwined. It feels like the album is him saying, this is me now, despite all the challenges, the public stuff. It shows how that personal growth can really spark something profound creatively.
Definitely. So here's something to chew on as you listen or think about all this. Given everything Justin Bieber's been through, all that intense scrutiny, what does it actually mean for an artist like him to be standing on businesses with his life and his art? And maybe, how does this album change how you see him?